Hey everyone, I'm wet. Just got out of the shower and I've been meaning to do this video for a couple of weeks almost, I think. But being on Maui, we often are pretty trashy through the day, going to the beach and having my nap and all that kind of stuff. And by the time I take a shower, my hair is wet. I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna do it with wet hair. So there you go. I got a I didn't get this. I saw this on Facebook. One of my best friends from middle school, her name was Janie Ackerman. Of course, she goes by Jeanette now because she's an adult. I'll always see her as Janie. But Jeanette put this thing on Facebook. I'm going to read it. She wrote, "Share your encouraging words." And so here's what I wrote, and this won't surprise you. But I wrote the following. I wrote, "Be present. Really, really present. That will keep the massive potential timing of fear, anger, worry, etc. to be very, very low. As I am close to death with stage 4 brain cancer, I'm just not worried about it. We are all going to die at some time. And oh, look at that cat purring so loudly, and the trees are getting pushed around during high wind." And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. I could be sitting here saying, "Oh my God, I've lasted over a year and it's so hard." And I could be crying about this. I could be worrying about this. But instead, if I do look at the past, I think, hey, I'm so lucky. But most of the time I just sit here and say, "Oh, the kitty's meowing. Let's go pet the kitty. Oh, look at that wind. I'm going to open the door so the wind can come in." And when you live like that, it's really hard to be upset because honestly, if you're not thinking about things, they rarely do upset you. I'm not saying you can't ever be upset. That can happen. Specifically, like let's say your dog dies or a family member dies or something like that. That could just be a real feel that comes, a feeling of sadness or a feeling of upsetness for some reason. But really, if you're not putting it in your mind somehow, if you're just feeling it like, oh, I miss so and so. Let's say your dog died. When my dog died, this was me for like 24 or 48 hours. Oh, I miss Maggie. Cried. I miss Maggie. That's it. Not, I miss Maggie. This wasn't fair. She's too young to die. She was only 8.5. Blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't think about it. I just cried. And then it was done. And from that day forward, I've never cried again. And when people bring her up, I don't say, "Oh, my doggy died." I say, "Oh my God, my dog, she's dead, but let me tell you about her. She was amazing." And that's why, because I don't sit with feeling and think about it, If I do have feeling come, I just feel the feeling and then I go on with my life. And so being upset or unhappy, when it happens, it's pretty rare. And when it happens, it's gone fast usually, like a whole death. It took me a day or two. But if it's something less upsetting, like somebody does something that's bothering you, it could even be like on the road. If I'm driving or something and somebody does something crazy, it's literally just a feeling that comes and goes. It's not, "Oh my gosh, did you see that guy? He's such a jerk. I can't believe he's driving like that. Out here on Maui." No. It's just like, and then it's done. So I know I've said this before, but I'm just going to say it again and really live in the moment. Really learn to live in the moment and don't just say, "Wow, that's great advice, Sarah." I don't even need to know if you think that or you don't think that. Just if you hear what I'm saying and you're thinking, "Gosh, I wish I could do that," you got to start practicing. And I would start practicing by noticing what's so great. And so when you're driving, don't just turn on the news or anything like that and listen to that. Just drive around and ask yourself, what's nice around this drive? And when you start noticing the good things, the nice things, the happy things, the pretty things, when you start noticing those more and more and more, then your life will completely change. And so that's my advice. I just wanted to pass it along. I know I've said it before, but I love Jeanette's piece on the internet and thought I would pass it along again. Bye.